Here we are, folks, the biggest stage this season of the NASCAR Pole Cup Series, Season 15's championship race, live from Joltis Super Speedway. And I'd say live because this is the first time since Season 10 that I've done live commentary over NR 2003 racing, so I don't know what's going to be going on next. I'm going to totally be unaware of what happens next. And it's going to be completely live. The reactions you'll see from me are live. They're real. This is the first time I've done this type of commentary in 5 seasons, since Season 10. And I hope you enjoy this return. I'm only going to return to this format for one race only, this championship race. And then we'll go back to the highlights edition for next season, or maybe I might do some races with live commentary, maybe 2 or 3 more races with live commentary next season, but don't expect too much of these to come back in the future. Don't expect every race next season to be like this again, to be live commentary again. So I just thought I'd bring it back for one race only, since it's the championship race, the 15th running of the championship race, and I figured why not go back to what it was like a year ago with live commentary. It's the first time I've done this in a long time, so I'm going to get a little rusty in live commentary. Bear with me. And everything is live. Everything's going to be live. Well, if you probably skip to the end, you'll probably know who it is. But do not give away who's the champion, because my spoiler rule is really strict. It still applies to this race, just like it has been to all the other races. Too bad, though, that some people didn't follow it, and it's unfortunate, but I'll try the best I can. I'll keep an eye on the spoilers, and I will penalize drivers for spoiling races. I know some of you might think it's a stupid rule, but I keep it that so that viewers don't be spoiled, and they could watch the race without being spoiled of the results. You wouldn't want to spoil a movie, wouldn't you? Yeah. So I'm getting that spoiler thing out of the way, but I'm still applying it as I speak. No spoilers, and if you give away the champion or give away the race winner or give away the race winner from this race, if that's not the same chaser, then you will have to face the consequences. But anyway, moving on from that, this is the first race in a long time I've done live commentary. Let's go through the final 4 drivers competing for the championship. Alex Raga earns the pole, of course, because he was basically given the chase spot after Devin Whitston posted a spoiler in his victory race at Indianapolis. That would have got him into the final 4 and a chance to become the first 2-time champion. But instead, because Raga finished in second behind Whitston that race in Indianapolis, Raga was given the final 4 spot instead, and he had enough points to even get into the final 4 anyway. In the next 2 races, he became the points leader after the Super Snack 500, and that's why he starts on the pole here tonight in the championship. On his outside is the second final 4 competitor, Connor Breeden, a longtime driver in the PCS, who's been in and out of the series, but this is his best result. This is going to be his first real chance at the Pole Cup Championship, and he's really excited. Some NR 2003 drivers and users, longtime fans of NR 2003, despise him for his events in a couple years, but to me, he seemed like a changed man. He seemed like a changed man. So I'm still letting Breeden in the series, unless if he does something stupid. But Connor Breeden is in the final 4. He's back. He has 2 wins this season, both coming in the World Tour, and Raga does have a win from the World Tour as well. Breeden has 2 wins, both from the World Tour. And starting third, it's the third final 4 competitor, Seth Cole. You see a pattern here. Seth Cole, a longtime driver, has recently gone back out of retirement in the PCS to return to his number 13 machine, and he's been doing phenomenal. He's been one of 3 drivers with 3 wins this season, and he is the favorite at going in to win the championship. So we'll see if Seth Cole can finally capture his first championship in the Pole Cup Series. Well, he has a lot of NR 2003 championships, but his first championship in this league. We'll see if we can get it. And starting fourth, the final 4 competitor who had a 1 point advantage at the end of the Super Snack 500 over Cooper Siron, and that was Johnny Gardner. He barely made it into the Final Four, passing Cooper Siron by just 1 point. 1 point separated them from 4th and 5th, and Johnny Gardner got that last spot. A well-deserved driver for Gardner, though. He has a win in the World Tour, so that's how the World Tour can pretty much change the entire outcome of the season. Because all four of the Final Four drivers have at least one win in the World Tour. Johnny Gardner won in one of the races in Suzuka. Seth Cole had a race win in one of the duels in the WEEKEVO Airport in Russia. Conor Breen, both of his wins came in the World Tour in Montreal and in Rockingham, UK. And Alex Ragow won, and his only win this season. Alex Ragow had it in one of the dual races in Kyalami. So all four of these drivers actually won in a dual race. At least one of their wins in a dual race. Gardner in Suzuka, Cole in WEEKEVO. Well, except for Conor Breen, I should say. Breen is the only one that didn't have a win in a dual race, so in a dual weekend. But all four of them have a win at least once in the World Tour this season. So that's how the World Tour makes a difference in terms of deciding which competitors are in. And before we get things started, let's show you the drivers, the rest of the field starting, because why not? They might play a factor later on in determining who's the champion. So anyway, the command, I already skipped over the command, so I'm going to make it up. Joltis, start your engines! Well, I hope you guys heard that. That was the command I just gave out. So here we go. Cars are going to roll off the track. "21 laps under the lights at Zen Joltis." I do apologize for any camera changes because I have to lower the volume a little bit, and the volume control on my keyboard is the same control used for the camera change, and it gets pretty annoying sometimes. So anyway, we're back to the camera. 21 laps under the lights in the championship race. I'll try to get it to 60 frames per second as much as possible. If you don't already know I never mentioned this, but most if not every race is in 60 frames per second in HD, so try that out in other classic races from 14 to 15 and see it at 60 frames. There are some lag points that are not 60 frames, but they're mostly 60 frames per second. Here we go! The championship race is underway with the green flag. And these 21 laps are pretty long because Zen Joltis, it takes a full minute to finish a lap in this track, and a lot can happen in an instant. Like Seth Cole trying to take the lead from the 27. No bonus points awarded in this race. Well, in terms of for the Pichu Cup standings, I mentioned earlier in the last one when we revealed the final four drivers, they do play a factor, but they're not going to count towards the championship chase. The only thing that will count is their finishing position at the end of this race, and that is the highest finisher of the four drivers will be your champion. And right now, Seth Cole's in the driver's seat. He has a good lead, but Zen Joltis, you can never have a big lead at this track. They're going 4 wide, 5 wide, maybe even 6 wide. And one little tiny mistake can cause a major wreck and change this entire race. Seth Cole leads lap number 1. Usually that'd be a bonus point, but again, bonus points will not count towards the final four championship results. It's only going to count. The only thing that counts from them, the final four, is where they finished. Yeah. Now Abby Sachs takes the lead. Seth Cole's been bumped out. Well, I see some cars. They're just shriveling from left and right, trying to find the best line possible. But the way they're doing it pretty fast, and that might be a sign that a wreck is about to brew. And hopefully, not one chaser gets involved in a massive crash. And now here's Sachs is the leader. Here comes Luke Walker. Luke Walker, he leads the race points manager points by 16 over Joshua Balkin, who, by the way, is actually right behind him as we speak. If Luke can hold his position and not wreck out and finish ahead of Balkin, then he would win the Pichu Cup. But Balkin, though, whoever finishes second, will get the reserve ride next season for the driver with the most points. Right now, let's look back and who's the highest. Wow, these chasers going pretty far, and Seth Cole's getting bumped high. Woohoo! Pack racing here, folks. Connor Breen is not doing so great, neither is Alex Raga. They're dropping way back. Breen was scored in 39th. Raga was scored in 36th. But you know, a wreck, anything can happen, so they could still, it's still early in the race, but right now they're dropping back. Johnny Garner, I had him, oh, there he is. He was last scored in 28th. It looks like Connor Breen's having trouble finding someone to draft with. He is falling way, way behind of the pack. Let's see where, I think he'll be scored 42nd. No, he was actually scored 41st. Oh no, 42nd. It was 41st at first, but it was 42nd. Alex Raga was 42nd, was 41st, by the way. So Breton and Raga, two Final Four competitors, are in the bottom two positions. Wow, this is not a good start for them right now, and they really need to step it up. Even if it's early in the race, they gotta step it up because it takes a long time for them to go to 42nd or first, even at Zen Joltis. So it's going to be a pretty tough underdoing. They need a wreck. They need to avoid a wreck, basically, if there is one here at Zen Joltis, in order to get back into contention. Luke Walker, in the meantime, battling for the lead against Anthony Marchesi, but Marchesi has the preferred line. Luke Walker just needs to survive, finish ahead of Balkin to be a Pichu Cup winner, and Balkin needs to be ahead, I think, of Mitchell Riggs to get the reserve ride next season as a Pichu Cup representative, since Luke Walker already has a reserve ride next season. And now a battle between them and Aaron Lukewarm. Look at Alex Raga! What a comeback he's made in just 2 laps! He was 41st at his lowest, and now he's in 14th. Well, he was last scored in 14th. He's going at almost 280 miles per hour. Well, so does every other car. But here he comes for the lead. And I told you, Zen Joltis, you never know what happens at this track. He was 41st, and now he's going for the lead. 40 positions he would gain in just a mere 2 to 3 laps. And look at Connor Breen. He's in the top 5 now. My goodness. Lap 6, and Raga was credited as the leader. Can you believe it? Oh, but he's going to get bumped up high because here comes Sam Rogers. Rogers, a former chaser, is looking to take the lead from Raga. He doesn't care about who's in the chase. He just wants to win. Everybody wants to win for the last time in season 15, and that's why they're giving it all they got at this track. Because winning at Zen Joltis doesn't come very often, even in NR 2003. Here comes Mason Powers, one of the duo teams this season. No dual winner is going to be a champion. Oh boy, I saw someone. Oh no, Brandon Nichols is on the apron. This can't be good. Oh, he was on the apron. He was below the yellow line. He still is. Oh, this can't be good. This can't be good. If he merges out of the track too quickly. Oh, there they go. There's Comfy spinning around. Big wreck in the back. I think Luke Walker's in it. No, Benjamin Miles is in it. John Gilbert's involved. Chloe Baker. Hawkins is in it. Mitchell Riggs is upside down. And the caution's out. Did they take the caution flag before the leader crossed the line? I think they did. They're slowing down. And yeah, they did. Caution's out. Thankfully, though, no chaser from the looks of it is involved. But my goodness. Oh, it was a close call. There was a bad... I just saw a bad sign. Brandon Nichols was down below the yellow line. And yep, a wreck just happened. Right here where Daniel Coffey was in. Oh my gosh. Sorry about this. But, oh, that's a tough break. Let's go in slow motion since we're doing a live commentary again. There it is. Dan Coffey got hit by Jordan Davis. Chloe Baker got in it. Oh, Mitchell Riggs upside down. John Gilbert. Chloe and Benjamin Miles is flipping. Oh, a big crash. Alex Hawkins in it. Those, overall, I think there were 7 to 8 drivers involved in the first wreck. And Mitchell Riggs needed to finish ahead of Joshua Balkin to get the reserve ride. And it looks like Balkin might be safe for now. You never know, though. But a big crash. Let's go on board with Mitchell Riggs. See what he saw. Haven't done these in a long time. Now let's go on board with Dan Coffey. Probably spoiled it a little bit, but what can you do? Thank goodness, though, no Final Four competitor was involved in the wreck. So, that was too close to call. Wow. Too close to call. And everybody's coming down pit road. We see a couple drivers staying out. Did they stay out? Yeah, we see a couple drivers coming down pit road. Garner's coming down. He's in 3rd place. Connor Breen's coming down. He was in 5th place. Seth Gold's coming down in 7th place. And Ragow's coming down from 15th place. So all 4 chasers decided to come down pit road here on lap number 8. So hopefully pit stops won't be a factor for them at this track, because when some drivers during green flag pit stops at this track tend to speed to pit road, to the pit entrance, and they miss it. They go into the grass. They can't get themselves back up. They get stuck in the grass, and their race is over pretty much. They pretty much got themselves out of the race. But hopefully we won't have this problem because the Final Four decided to come down pit road. Let's see who will come out first. Right now, Ragow just got into his pit stall. And we're waiting to see who will come out first. Looks like Mason Powers is first. Oh, Connor Breen just made it through. I thought they were going to hit each other. Yikes. Ragow just made it through. And where's the other chaser? Johnny Garner made it through. Everybody made it through unscathed. So a clean pit stop for them. Good thing. Everybody's clean. So let's fast forward ahead to the green flag. Hopefully I don't skip over it, because sometimes with the faster accelerator speed, thanks to the new laptop, I tend to skip over part of the green flag, maybe even 1 lap or 2. And yeah, it sucks, but you can't control it. There's nothing I could do but just hope. So the leaders that stayed out of the pit road beforehand, they did come down to pit road. I guess they were taking it later as part of their strategy. We'll see if it will play out to their advantage later on. Now we're going to get back to green. Thank goodness. 5 drivers retired. Nathan Hudson, I didn't even know he was in the wreck. I'm thinking he must have been a separate wreck. John Gilbert, Alex Hawkins, Mitchell Riggs, Benjamin Miles. So they're done for the day. We're back to green. And wow, we're on lap 11 already. Didn't even notice. Okay. And look at Mason Powers. He gets a great start. He's just trying to win this thing. He's not in the championship hunt, but he's trying to win this race. He's just trying to win it for the Powers family. Connor Breen's the highest chaser in the field right now. He's running in second. Seth Cole, though, is not far behind. He's in the top 10, but he's stuck in the middle line. Oh, looks like Breen might be pushed in the middle. Ooh, boy, some drivers getting high. Ooh, on the high side. Pretty scary there because I thought they were going to, like, get loose and someone turns somebody. Connor Breeton still running second. He's trying to hold his position, but it's not going to be easy. Dylan Young, Daniel Voiles right behind him. Here he comes for the position. Maybe the lead. We'll see. We'll take the lead. He's not going to because Dylan Young is on the best line possible. The bottom line. And yet Dylan Young, he's going to take it away from Mason Powers. Going to make it a lot tougher for the 47 to come back. And I do apologize for the lag bubble there. Don't know. See, sometimes it happens during some of my races. It lags. Hopefully it doesn't lag at the end. Look at this. Devin Whitston is in the lead. They were going 5 wide at one point, and Whitston's the leader. He could have been a Final Four competitor had he not spoiled at Indianapolis. Could have been trying to defend his crown. He would have been in the driver's seat. Now I think Johnny Garner's in the driver's seat. Aaron Lukewarm is the new leader. The lead is changing hands quite a bit here at Zen Joltis. Johnny Garner has the edge right now. Ooh, Ragow, South Cole, all 4 competitors are in. And they're up close, they're bunching up each other. And I don't see any of the Final Four drivers in the back there. But Garner has control. Just 9 laps to go here at Zen Joltis. And Marchesi, Anthony Marchesi, the leader. And Balkins on that low line. Looks like Luke Walker is going to be your Pichu Cup winner if he holds on to his result. Alex Ragow on the bottom. He's on the better line than Johnny Garner. Oh boy. Is he on the apron? Is he? Oh, I thought he was slowing down to come down pit road. Looked like he was on the verge of coming down, but guess he decided to keep the low line. He's trying to pull off an aggressive move to get in the top. Well, he's in the top 10, maybe even to get the lead. Close call by the 27, and what a risky move. It pays off. He's in the top 5. He's now in 4th place. Johnny Garner gets forced up high. Rago currently has the lead in terms of the Final 4. Could this be his day? Anthony Lopez, Angel Navarro battling for the lead. Navarro was another driver that lost his chase spot because of a spoiler, and he could have been a great competitor. He won the Daytona 500. And now 3-wide battle for second. This is what the 55 wants to see. Lopez the leader over Dion Scott. Wonder what the other chaser doing. Seth Cole's on the bottom. Seth Cole's on the bottom. He is coming. He is coming quick. And now now he's just gone past Ragow. He got past Ragow. He's now in 3rd place. Trying to pass both Fast Pro Shop cars. They're running 2nd and 3rd. Ragow trying his best, even on the high line. Now Ragow's going to get bumped out. Connor Breen, Johnny Garner, I still see them, but they're in the back. However, Garner is on the bottom. It's his turn. And there are 7 laps to go. This is live, so I don't know what's going to happen next. Now Dion Scott looks to retake the lead. Oh, I see drivers on the bottom. No pit stops again. I think that one pit stop was all they need, but I would be very surprised if they made their second stop unexpectedly, because I set it to 2X. 1X doesn't have pit stops, if at all. Only probably 1 in rare occasions. 2X has 2 pit stops mostly, and 3 in rare occasions. Well, 1 pit stop actually, but 2's in rare occasions. 3X is 2 pit stops, 3 in rare occasions, 4X is a ton of pit stops. I never tried 4X before, so I don't know how many pit stops you would get in 4X. 3 or 4 maybe. 6 to go. Dion Scott, the leader. Luke Walker looks to take advantage. Here he comes to the bottom. Johnny Garner back in the driver's seat despite being in the middle line. Alex Ragow, Connor Breen, looks like they're drafting each other. Down to the front to pass Garner. Do we see a bit of a sort of alliance? 5 to go, and Luke Walker has the lead. But Ragow has the edge in the Final 4 championship. Ragow's got the advantage, but will Connor Breen pull off a sneak attack? He will. Look at this. Ooh, he's trying to pull the sneak attack, but Ragow blocks him. Good move by Alex Ragow to block Connor Breen. That could give him some more leverage. Oh, but Breen's not giving up. Oh, Leia Walker. And look, the Walkers are sandwiching the 2 Final 4 competitors. Leia was a former winner at this track. Can she go for 2? Can she give TA2 Racing a satisfying conclusion? Here she comes. 5 laps to go. Guess what? The next caution's gonna end the race. But we're still green. But anything can happen in Zen Joltis. Connor Breen still has the driver's seat. Ragow and Breton both bumped up on the high line. Seth Cole stuck in the middle, and Garner's on the high line as well. So Seth Cole, he's still barely got a better line, slightly better though, not as great as the lines on the bottom. But if Seth Cole can hold on, can stay on that line as long as possible, he might be able to pass all 3 of them and win the championship for himself. Ragow moved down. Breeden is way up high, Garner's way up high. And Seth Cole's on the same line as 3 of the 4. That's not going to be good for the 13. This is going to come down to the final 3 laps. Boy, is this intense. Oh no, there they go! A big spin, a big crash! Big crash! Caution's out! Who's going to make it through and win the championship? I did not see that coming. Ragow's in it. Ragow is in it. Cole is in it. Garner's in it, I think. 1 survivor made it through. No, all 4 of them are in it. Cole is in it. Breed is in it. Garner's in it. And I think the other competitor's in it. Oh, man. This is really going to be interesting. Sam Rogers led to the caution. Oh, man. We have to see, because, my goodness, that came out of nowhere. And that's going to set up the championship. Who's going to be your winner? Oh my goodness. Wow, I'm shocked. Again, this is live commentary. Don't know what's happening here right now until the end. Okay, let's start off with Jordan Davis. That's where we'll begin. Jordan Davis spun out Ryan Casey, and Isaiah Bernesh made contact. Casey went up to Devin Whitston and went up to in front of the other chasers. Let's see who got the biggest damage. And then there's there's Connor Breen. That's how Connor Breen got into the wreck. Breen got in after that with the 10 of Nick Pericles. Who else got in it? Johnny Garner, Alex Rango, Seth Cole. All 4 chasers involved in the final 3 laps. We gotta see how they got into the mess in the first place. Let's start off with Seth Cole. We're gonna go slow-mo just to clarify what's going on. Each of the 4 onboard cameras. There's the wreck in front of Seth Cole. This is what he saw. Casey involved, David Johansson, and was trying to get on the apron, and they're trying to, and then Bernash. It was Isaiah Bernash that bumped Seth Cole into a different wreck. Coming down turn 1, Cole goes upside down, does a couple barrel rolls, and so does Alex Rango. Let's see what he saw. How did he get into this mess? This is like the first time under the current era, I think, of the chase that all 4 drivers, chase championship competitors, were involved in the same series of wrecks. Here's what Rango saw. He saw the 41 Casey made contact, and then Devin Winston trying to brake as much as he can, but he couldn't do it in time. He got right into Ryan Casey's crosshairs, and then someone bumped him in the back. I think that was Johnny Garner. Pichu got spun, Garner involved, Jordan Davis in it. This is probably the most shocking moment ever in Pole Cup history, hands down. And let's see. And here, oh, whoa. A car got right on top of the 27. That was Seth Cole. And then they're going to barrel roll each other. Oh my God, what am I saying? But anyway, Rango got the worst of it. Seth Cole, I think, got the worst of it. He's smoking he's smoking. Rango, though, he flipped upside down, had to be teleported to pit road, but he didn't see smoke. So he could still be running. We'll see, though. Here's how Johnny Garner got involved in the incident. Here's the wreck. There you see the contact being made. Everybody getting wrecked. Right here, the big one began. And Garner, I think, was also caught up to Ryan Casey's crosshairs. A lot of smoke, couldn't see anything. And, he just narrowly avoided Connor Breton, but could not avoid Alex Rango. It was Rango that touched the 1 machine. And he got hit by Cody Hagan, spinning down the apron, trying to save it. I think, though, Garner has the least damage of all the 4 drivers involved, but that doesn't mean he has a lot of damage. It just looks that way, but he could be having a lot more damage than what we see. Garner's able to keep his car running, though, so it's going to be interesting. And so is Connor Breen. Breen's been able to keep his car running, sort of. And here's how Connor Breen got involved. Here's the last Final 4 competitor right there, right into Nick Pericles. He had no way of avoiding that. No way he was going to avoid that incident. And then he spun out. Couple drivers got him into the back. I think he has the most damage from the rear. And then he just spins out in turn 1. A lot of smoke coming from everywhere. Trying to save his car, trying to at least have it to continue to run through the final 3 laps. And he stays on the apron, makes a stop. He just turns around on the apron, and just before he was about to get back on track and get right back in the field, Cooper Siron hits him from behind. Breen spins out again, spinning out, passing Garner, hitting Dylan Young. There's Garner. There you see Garner. And oh man, Johnny Garner's able to make it through. Connor Breen, is he going to make it through? No, Connor Breen is going to stay and going to get teleported. Garner was the only one that did not get teleported, so he might be able to win the championship by just barely. Garner is out. Well, Garner is able to run. Where's the other three? They're all teleported. Ragow, Breen, Cole teleported, but Johnny Garner, I think, had the least damage of all the drivers involved in the incident, in the big crash that set up the championship. He has damage, though, so, well, we'll see, though. We'll see. I've seen drivers teleport out of the race faster when they came down pit road than being stuck on pit road. The crews are working feverishly hard on the three drivers for them to get back out on track. Raga was scored 20th, Breton 27th, Cole's 27th. Oh, I'm sorry. Cole 17th, Breen 27th, Raga 20th. And where was the one scored? Johnny Garner was scored in 24th. Keep a close eye on these three. If any of them retire all of a sudden, see if any three. I'm trying to get the best views of all three possible. 3 of the 4 ended up on pit road. Only one made it through, Johnny Garner, even though he got damage from the wreck. But we'll see if Garner has to come down pit road, has to repair, and has to stay on the track. Or can stay on the track with the damage and win the championship. But this is going to come down to whoever survives, who's ever left standing. Alright, and now we wait until we see any of these drivers retire. Boy, this is going to be really intense. We'll keep our eyes on Garner as well to see if he will have to come down pit road or he's just going to wing it out. Maybe even win a championship. Wow, this just been one of the most exciting, thrilling races we've ever had in a long time. Looks like, well, Garner might be coming in. Garner's coming into pit road. Let's see if any of the 3 are still left. I don't think they're left. They have just disappeared. They're gone. All 3 of them are gone. When did they disappear? Let's see. Cole was gone first. Then Alex Ragow. Connor Breen's left, and Connor Breen's gone. They're all 3 of them are gone. Johnny Garner, just when he came down pit road, they're all gone. So he was scored 14th. And I think that's going to mean that Johnny Garner is going to be your champion. Unless, though, if he retires in a different position, lower than any of the 3. My goodness, unless if the scoring says otherwise. Garner's coming down pit road. Let's see if he's going to stay on track. Garner gonna find his pit stall. Let's see if he's gonna stay. He looks like he's staying. Looks like that damage wasn't too much after all, and he's coming out. The only survivor from Joltis, Johnny Garner, has made it through the wreck. Well, he got damage on the side, but he's gonna make it through. And he was scored in 26. Where are the other drivers scored? Breton scored 35th, Rago 34th, and Seth Cole 33rd. And Johnny Garner 26th. He is going to be your Season 15 NASCAR Pole Cup Series champion. A long time coming for the #1 machine, and what a huge thrill it is for them to survive that massive crash and win the title. Unless, though, if he just sputters out the line, but, well, that's not going to be possible. Johnny Garner, the last man standing, going to come home 26th, but more importantly, is going to come home with a championship. And look who's out in front though, Joshua Balkin. Sam Rogers was scored as the leader under caution, but Joshua Balkin's going to win the race. And Luke Walker had a bad day. He came home in 25th. Joshua Balkin, I think, has won the race and the Pichu Cup, the unedited standing. And he will score more points than any driver this season. What a thrilling finish. I thought Sam Rogers was going to win the race because he was last scored as the leader under caution, but I must have missed the final 2-lap shootout or something, a last lap shootout, or pit stops might have jumbled up the field, for all I know. But I'm not going to look back at it because this race is already going long as it is. So congratulations, Joshua Balkin. Unbelievable. He took the Pichu Cup away, I think, from Luke Walker. We'll check the final point standings to see. And Balkin, well, he could have gone a reserve ride either way. If Walker had finished ahead of Balkin, Balkin would have stayed. And, yeah, Balkin, well, he was still getting the reserve ride anyway. But, well, he gets the win here, and he might have won the Pichu Cup. But the biggest prize of them all, the championship, is going to go to Johnny Gardner, surviving the wreck to end the race. The other 3 competitors were tired, and Gardner made it through. What a race. And let's make this official. Wow. That was just a thriller here at Zen Joltis. Couldn't have had it any other way. Balkin is the winner. Ryan Casey finishes in 2nd. Isaiah Bernesh 3rd. Joseph Shrigley in 4th. Sachs is 5th. Rogers is 6th. Thoreau, Marchese, Lopez, and Lukewarm round out your top 10. And look at this. Johnny Gardner, even after teleporting after the race, even after the race is over, he can still run a few more laps. He's coming out of pit road. He knows he's won the championship. He's going to take a victory lap around this course, declaring that he is your new champion of the NASCAR Pole Cup Series. Johnny Gardner is your champion, and you're going to see the rest of the results while Gardner has his moment of glory. Seth Cole will be 2nd in the points for the 2nd time in his career. He was runner-up in Season 2 to Aaron Williams, and it's a heartbreaker for Cole. 3 of 4 drivers, though, wrecked out, so what can you do? Alex Ragow, 34th place, and Connor Breen, 35th place. But Johnny Gardner didn't even lose a lap in that incident. Survived and finished in 26th. And he is your Pole Cup Series Season 15 champion. What an honor, what a thrill it is for Johnny Gardner. Gonna go around to celebrate and take a victory lap, maybe do some imaginary burnouts to celebrate his championship. The number 1 is back on top at number 1 in the Pole Cup Series. And wow, what a huge honor it is for Gardner. He's just going to come down pit road. He still would have had enough. He still would have had his car running, continue to run even after wrecking out. But very slow though. But Johnny Gardner is your new champion for the NASCAR Pole Cup Series. And an amazing thrill ride it has been this season. Hope you guys enjoyed every race. We will be back, of course, in Season 16. Of course, Cole Ragow bringing our champion. Johnny Gardner is back. And I think Joshua Balkin is likely going to be coming back as well. Before we, we're going to show you the final unedited point standings after at a separate video, because this video is already long as it is with the race unedited. So hope you guys enjoyed the race. Be sure to leave a like on every race this season. Be sure to comment if you haven't done so. I do appreciate the comments because it would give us more support for the series. It would spread word about the series, get more new drivers and returning favorites back in the series too. So I'd appreciate that. And of course, do not spoil, do not give away who's champion, especially you, Johnny Garner, because there will be some severe consequences for spoiling the race and or the champion. There will be consequences. So next up will be NASCAR Pro Series Season 2. We'll be doing that in very shortly. That'll be resuming. And of course, after that, we'll do Season 16 of the NASCAR Pole Cup Series, which is now longer than the Castrol GTX Cup Series, which I heard Johnny Garner is now running. I think Johnny Garner is now the new runner of the Castrol GTX Cup Series. How ironic. It's 15th season. It passes the Castrol GTX Cup Series in terms of season's length. And Garner is going to be the new league runner, the league president, whatever, of the Castrol GTX Cup Series, and he's your champion in the Season 15 Pole Cup Series. But anyway, Season 16 is going to be just as thrilling, if not more thrilling, than this season. So, hope you guys enjoy. I don't know when signups are up. Do not ask me to reserve a ride yet. If I have some spots open for me to reserve rides to you, I'll let you know. But maybe, but it's not likely because there's going to be a lot of drivers already that have rides reserved. My own drivers, first of all, then Final Four competitors, then the P2 Cup winner, of course, might be likely Joshua Balkin, and maybe Avi Sachs, of course. Sachs has been in the series. He's the only non-TA2 driver to been in the Pole Cups. No, not the only driver, but the longest tenured non-TA2 driver in the NASCAR Pole Cup Series, so he does deserve a ride every season. And yeah, so hope you enjoyed the race and the season. Congrats on our two winners, the race winner Joshua Balkin and your champion for Season 15, Johnny Garner. Hope you enjoyed our race, and I'll have the unedited point standings, the final results, the final points, non-chase, in a separate video. And I hope you guys enjoyed this race, this thriller here at Joltis. We'll see you guys in Season 2 of the NASCAR Pro Series and in Season 16 of the NASCAR Pole Cup Series. That's coming soon. We'll see you guys later. And we'll leave here with a victory lane celebration. We're showing you the final top 10 results one more time. And, of course, the race winner. And because of course, I can't do championship stuff here in our Town 3. So, anyway, we'll leave it here tonight. See you guys next time.